I'm Tia Borden with MiningIR, and beside me is Peter Espig of Nicola Mining. Peter, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you very much for having me.
So nice to be back in person.
It's great to be here, and it's energetic. You feel the vibes. It's pretty exciting.
Lots of great energy. Can you tell us a little bit about the company and where you're located?
So, well, we're located in British Columbia. So Nicola Mining, we really have four key assets. So we have the historic Craigmont copper mine, which is the highest grade copper mine in history in North America. We have our mill that you can see in the background here. We have a silver mine called Treasure Mountain that is in care and maintenance that we could restart again. And we also invested, we have a 75% economic interest in a project called Dominion Gold Project, which is a very high grade gold project in British Columbia as well.
What's British Columbia like as a mining jurisdiction?
British Columbia gets a bad rap. I think that it can be cumbersome to get permits. It can take a lot of time. But that said, if you value ESG, you value First Nation consultation, it's a great place because the rules are well known. And there's a lot of jurisdictions in the world where sometimes it's easy and sometimes it's not, but it's the inconsistency of or lack of rules that make it very difficult. So, high marks to BC.
Peter, you're busy and you have a lot of projects on the go. Can you tell us a bit about them?
Yeah, so our biggest project is the Craigmont, the historic Craigmont copper mine. So we refer to that as New Craigmont. And as I mentioned, it's the highest grade copper mine in the history of North America. We're very excited about the prospects of that project. We've had some very high-grade drill intercepts, but more importantly, we just completed the Z-TEM survey, and there's been very little exploration done outside of where the pit is. So that's target number one. Our mill, which is behind us, is the only site permitted in British Columbia to receive material from anywhere in the province and process it and create a gold or silver concentrate. So, and again, we also are very creative because we've got a team, we really focus on cash flow. And so we have a rock quarry that we're helping with the reconstruction of the BC infrastructure after the flooding. We have a gravel pit, so we work with Trans Mountain pipeline expansion. So we're creative, we're cash flow, we've got exploration. So it's exciting time right now.
It's a very exciting time. What are some catalysts that investors should be aware of over the next few months?
I think what a catalyst about like with Nicola is that we generate cash flow, and not many of the junior mining companies do. So when you look at, especially right now, when you have a market that is probably increasing complex to raise capital, and even for flow through, we're able to generate enough revenues that we can keep the lights on. So we're not worried about that when we're slowly accumulating cash. The second thing is that our exploration with our copper project is very unique because it's in British Columbia, it's in a warm weather jurisdiction. We have First Nation relationships that are supportive, and we're just very excited about the results that are going to come out in the next 2-3 years as well.
And what separates Nicola from other junior mining companies?
As I mentioned, I think what really separates us is, we're not here at PDAC to raise capital. We're here to tell a story. We've been very frugal. We've been very creative on getting to the point where we are. Management, including myself and the chairman and management, has really participated in the capital finances as well. So, I want to do that again, sorry. I think what really separates us from a lot of the junior mining peers is, I guess it starts with creativity. And the creativity is the ability to generate cash flow from your assets. And so we have really 4 revenue streams. So we have Trans Mountain expansion pipeline. We have a gravel pit, a rock quarry. We work with the Merritt Green energy plant. And so we're creative and outside of our mill. So even when the mill's not running, that we're able to garner cash flow. That's very important because that allows us to keep the lights on. It allows us to support exploration projects. So we will continue to focus on cash flow, but we're really going to focus on our Craigmont copper asset. And another key point that I would mention about our assets is we've got a mill that's fully permitted. We have a Craigmont copper historic mine that is fully permitted. We have a silver mine that is permitted. And you know, when you look at an NPV model and you look at what is the value or the net present value of the assets, having your permits moves everything forward, because you can have a great exploration project, but if you don't have your permits,
you can't do anything.
You're nothing but an exploration project.
Now, before I let you go, what are some key points that you would like to share with our investors that you haven't already touched on, and why should they invest in you?
I think another thing that we've done a very good job and focus on is that, you know, the reality is that copper is a green metal, but people are increasingly sensitive about mining as an industry. And so we've really put a lot of focus on ESG. I mean, environment, sustainability, and governance, and consultation, and First Nation relationships. Those are something that we've really put a lot of effort in. So we haven't tried to circumvent that and deal directly with the government. We've really spent time, energy, and capital on building that. And I think investors, especially young investors, value that. So they want to know that, you know, does a mining company really value the future, that being sustainability and the environment? So I think it's starting to pay dividends. We're certainly getting recognized in the region for it. So I think that's something that, and you can also see that ESG focused companies outperform non-ESG focused companies. So we provide, you know, the metals, but we also provide the governance and the sustainability. So it's very unique.
Peter, thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the rest of the conference.
Thank you.
Hope to speak to you soon.
Thank you very much.